Sabah everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today I have for you an unboxing and review of the brand new Google Home Mini. It's a very small speaker with a lot of power and access to the full AI and machine learning capabilities of Google and the search capabilities that you can get out of any standard Google Home that you have. I've been using Google Home for over a year, so I'm really excited to see what the new Mini has to offer. This is TK. Let's check it out. The event was done at a local pop-up donut shop here in Los Angeles, in Venice Beach actually. And you had to stand in line and essentially got to ask Google a question. And at the end of that question, you got a box. One of these two boxes. Either you got a box with a smiley face or you got a box with a note. The smiley face is basically a box of donuts, and the note itself is the Google Home. The donut box basically just says the size of a donut, but the power of a superhero. Essentially saying is, even though it's small, it still has the power of the full Google Home and the experience that you're expecting out of using the Assistant. Focusing more on the main box, it just says a little help at home like only Google can. And of course, we have the Google logo here and then Google Home Mini. It is extremely excited to be able to pick up one of these guys because I was actually waiting for one. I already had it pre-ordered through Google at the actual event, from the event directly. So opening the box is very simple. You're greeted, again, same thing, the size of a donut and the power of a superhero. Very nice. I really like the way the box is set up, and then you get to pick up. Looking over the box, it's pretty simple. You have Google Home Mini, Google, and then of course, this looks like it's basically the charcoal, which is a little bit different as far as the color. So they have three colors. They have charcoal, they have the standard gray, and then more of a reddish tone one that are available on their website. Looking on the side, of course, we can use all of these commands. It is Google Assistant built in, which is the main benefit of having a Google Home. Of course, we get small and mighty Google Home Mini powered by the Google Assistant. Some more information, know it all. Tackle your day, make hands-free calls. So this is going to be very functional even at this small form factor. Enjoy your entertainment and voice control for your home for automation, and same thing that you're normally used to do with your Home Assistant. And by default, they give us some of the list of things that are compatible with it. Of course, Nest, Philips Hue, Wemo, Google Chromecast, Google Photos, Spotify, Netflix, and YouTube, and additional things, of course, that are available, like smart things for control around the home, which is from Samsung. To open a box, you just need to pull on this little tab right here. Opening it up, you get the box, and right there you are greeted with the actual Google Home. It's actually very small considering the size and the form factor that you get. Overall, just a quick look around the hardware. We have the micro USB connector here for power. We have a microphone on and off, so this looks like it's off and now it's on. A non-slip material at the bottom, and of course the fabric. It's a nice fabric mesh that you get here, which is very nice. Of course, we have the startup guide here. It says let's get started. Let's go ahead and open them up. We have just some information about powering up, clicking and downloading the Google Home application. If you already have the Google Home application from other app systems, this is going to be the same app. Touch control. Now we have on the left and the right for volume up, volume down. Tap the middle of it to pause and play, and long press to launch the Assistant, and of course the microphone. So very simple interface and touch control directly on the unit. And here are some examples of what you can ask the actual Assistant. And the last thing out of the box we have is the power cable. This is a 5 volt at 1 amp charger that is a 1 cable with charger. The first thing a lot of people are going to be noticing or comparing this to is the Google Home. This is the standard Google Home. Just from a footprint standpoint, they take about the same amount of footprint, really. The area actually that it takes over on the table is about the same. The only difference, of course, is when you go sideways, it actually doesn't go any higher than just maybe even half of the speaker itself. The reality of what Google was doing at the event is, since they were giving out donuts at this pop-up event, they said that this is actually the size of a donut. And sure enough, it is the size of a donut. Very, very clever. The other thing you want to make sure is that they both use different kind of power. The power that we're using here with the Google Home, the standard Google Home, is a proprietary cable that plugs in at the bottom of the base, and you'll be able to connect it and use it. Although here we have a 5 volt at 1 amp, so essentially it doesn't require a lot of power to be able to power this, but it is going to be very small and portable. Another comparison that I think a lot of people would want to know is, how does this compare to the Echo Dot? Now, from the sense of Echo Dot, I just put the Echo Dot under it, and you notice that it does cover it. So it does take a little bit more space circular wise, and as far as height, they're about the same level. So here you go, you could see that the Echo Dot itself is the same. Now there is the Echo Dot New Edition with the volume controls. That one's a little bit smaller even, so I would say they take about the same space. They both work the same way. At the bottom of the back here, the only difference is that the Echo Dot does have a 3.5mm headphone jack out, where this does not. It only has the power connector at the back and a microphone on and off. Here, we only have a micro USB to charge, on and off, and of course, the initiation of the microphone. And the toggle here is to be able to turn the volume up and down, where here, you just need to touch the right and left to turn the volume up and down, and of course, press to pause, press to play, and then press and hold to launch the assistant. I went ahead and turned it on, and it went ahead.
Welcome to Google Home. To get started, download the Google Home app on a phone or tablet.
The Google Home application by itself also just got released, updated actually, directly on the 4th. So now we have a notification right here. It says, one device found. We're going to go ahead and say setup, and we're going to be greeted here. Google Home Mini found. Let's go ahead and say next. It says connecting to the Google Home Mini. You'll notice the light will indicate that it is responding. Again, the application or the Google Home app has been updated on the 4th, so please make sure you download the updated latest version so that it recognizes the Google Home Mini. Now it says connected. I'm going to say yes. I did hear that little chime, and that's asking me to basically, where is this device? I'm basically going to put it in my son's room since this is going to be his, and then at this point I just need to set it up on my Wi-Fi. We're going to say use this device for network setup for future. We're going to say yes. I'm going to go ahead and say next. You didn't have to put in any password. As long as you've logged into it before on your mobile device, it's going to go through. It's finishing up the process. It's going to take us to set up Google Assistant, Google Partners, services for privacy, guest, and your assistants. So you can go in and set up all these things. I already have my Google Home set up at the house, so it's going to transfer all my existing setup into this. So I'm going to go ahead and say next. Now it's going to asking me to teach the assistant my voice. At this point, it's just getting the assistant ready, and it's going to be linked to the same account that I have set up on my mobile device. It's going through and adding music services, so Google Play, YouTube Music, Spotify, Pandora. It's picking them up directly from my device. I'm going to say cancel for now. I like YouTube Music and Google Play Music, and that's pretty much it. Now it's going through and doing the last updates. It's updating Google Home Mini. Hang tight. It's going to be downloading any latest and greatest software update directly from Google. So the setup is pretty much done. We can go through and customize and add any other services or devices that we would like to connect to it. At this point, you can start using the Assistant as any other Google Assistant. So as I showed you guys at the beginning, the interface is simple enough. You click on the right and left to initiate volume up, volume down. Pressing and holding once turns on play music if you're playing it on your device. Pressing it again will pause it. Or you can interface with this the normal way you're experienced using the assistants. Hey Google, what's the weather like today?
Today in Santa Clarita, it'll be clear with a forecasted high of 98 and a low of 62.
Hey Google.
It's currently
Volume 50%. Hey Google, can you beatbox?
Okay, put your hands together for MC sound file.
Hey Google, tell me a joke.
This might make you laugh. Where do people who are always in a hurry go on vacation? Russia.
It's very simple to interface with it. The microphone's supposed to be really good, but also the playback, the audio playback is supposed to be really, really good. It's a small speaker. It's definitely not going to be as loud as your standard Google Home, because this one has a really nice array of speakers. If you guys seen it before, there's 1, 2, 3, and of course, this just has a lot more bass. You're able to listen to it, and the sound is loud enough that it will fill up a room. So I'm really looking forward to see how this thing is going to perform. So I've downloaded some royalty-free songs directly from YouTube. This is if you go into your YouTube manager, you can download these songs. They're royalty-free and we'll be able to listen to them. Hey Google, lower the volume to 50%. So I don't know if you guys noticed what I did there. I had the volume at 100%. It was extremely loud, and I barely whispered to it, asking it to lower the volume to 50%, and it heard me. That is by far something that I cannot say about the old version of the Google Home. The microphones on that one, for some reason, if the volume was too loud, you actually had to get close to it and scream at it to lower the volume. This one, extremely sensitive. Okay, Google, pause the song. That was beautiful. I barely spoke above it. I'm not even sure if you guys heard me say the command, but I did initiate the command vocally and it worked and it looks beautiful. Overall, I'm very surprised with the form factor as far as what it can do at this small size. It's very nice, it's very small, compact. It will fit in almost any decor. There's 3 different colors that they do have available for you. You can pick it up directly from most major retailers, Walmart, Amazon, even directly from Google. But the main benefit here is that really it's the power of the Assistant in a very small form factor. And now at a price point that enables you to have it around the house, because one of the things you can do when you have multiple Google Homes or Google Home systems, you can actually set it up to play music around the house. So where in my situation, I have one in the office and one in the living room, this one's going to be going into my son's room, so he gets to enjoy listening to his music. But if let's say he wants to play a song that we all want to listen to, he can actually broadcast it to the house. That's also going to be supporting the new broadcast system that they mentioned at the event, that, you know, as you're driving home, you can send a broadcast to the home, say, I'm on my way, so the speaker will actually mention that to everybody at the home. Very functional, very nice, and it'll also integrate with the Nest Cam to be able to announce who's at the door. Very nice package, and I'm very happy that I was able to pick one up way ahead of the actual availability in the store at the Los Angeles pop-up. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like and subscribe as usual. And again, let me know if you're going to be picking up one of these guys. Have you ever checked out the Google Home Assistant? I've actually been using it for over a year. I have 2 of them at the home. Again, my son loves listening to music on this. It's basically his DJ, and he just talks to it on a daily basis, questions, help with homework, and just overall entertainment. It's great, and you can cast from it directly on Chromecast, so you can just say, you know, play something on a specific Chromecast, you can send it to it, or an NVIDIA Shield. Very functional, very nice. Again, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for the support, and I'll see you guys in the next video.